with another episode of the Book Marketing Success Podcast. Today I want to talk about stories and why they should never end. Stories should never end. They should go on and on. That's from an article by Scott Pinsker, There Are No Happy Endings. In a column for PJ Media, publicist and novelist Scott Pinsker wrote that there are no happy endings. As readers and listeners, we never want a good story to end. Here's what Scott wrote. One more time, there are no happy endings. After all, when a story is truly great, we don't want it to end. We need the story to go on and on forever, and for the adventures to continue. When it's finally time to say goodbye, we mourn the loss, and mourning isn't happy. But it's par for the course. In storytelling, the immovable yin to the irresistible yang. Can't have one without the other. As American genius, billionaire playboy, and philanthropist Tony Stark noted before his death, part of the journey is the end. I remember when the hand-picked substitute author massacred the ending of the World of Time series by Robert Jordan. There were, and are, so many stories still to tell of that world, but the replacement author simply let the story peter away. It was so disappointing. But of course he didn't have the inspiration or vision that the original author had. He couldn't tell the stories. But the publisher should have found some fans that would have loved to continue those stories, to continue celebrating an incredible world populated by very interesting and colorful people. I hope that there are some fans that will tell those stories. They have my permission and encouragement to do so. As authors, we should all have fans that are inspired to continue telling our stories, whether fiction or nonfiction. Stories are always worth continuing. They shouldn't have an end. Why not tell more of your story today? You have the time. And when your time ends, I encourage other courageous writers to continue telling your stories. Stories without end. Stories that live on and on. Stories that change lives. Stories that move us to greater things. Move on.